So Pyro made a response video on the allegations made by Ivory, and in general his response videos about the Google Doc that were made by noth ត្ថ. I also want to apologize myself because I've made videos about this situation that actually might have ended up having misinformation in it. And I've taken those videos down now, of course, but I just wanted to apologize because I don't want to spread misinformation on my channel. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. In general, I feel like Pyro have done a pretty decent job at defending himself, and he's brought a lot of good points to the table. But I also feel like his apology is even better actually, and I'm not trying to suck his dick. But he did a pretty good job at acknowledging where he fucked up and also apologized for it. Pyro admitted to sending lewd furry art and doing really weird and disgusting furry roleplay with Ivory, but he also made sure to state that he did not know the age of Ivory, and he also apologized for never even taking Ivory's age into consideration. And I have to be completely honest, I have to commend Pyro for acknowledging his mistake and apologizing. I mean, he could have easily just pulled a mini lad and just completely ignored the subject. He at least chose to stay and give his side of the story and apologize for the things that he did wrong. And I honestly have to commend him for that.
When I was 19 and 20, I liked to take part in this degenerate furry roleplay with pretty much anyone that would reciprocate. And looking back on it now, the word cringe, that doesn't near do enough justice to how sad this all was. These conversations never led to any nudes being exchanged. It was just purely fantasy garbage, something which Ivory himself confirms.
Did he ever ask you for nudes?
No.
No.
What these people look like, their gender, these weren't variables. Like, I could have been doing this with a 90-year-old cave troll and it wouldn't have made a difference. It was roleplay after all. You're just pretending. Now it turns out my accuser, Ivory, one of the people that I've had these conversations with, was 15. That is 3 to 4 years younger than I was. It was entirely my responsibility to verify his age before having these conversations. And the fact that I didn't, that is so incredibly negligent of me to do so. I may have been young myself, but still old enough to know better.
Pyro also goes on to explain how Ivory failed to explain how what Pyro did was actually grooming.
He and no one else has done is come close to substantiating how this constitutes as grooming. Ivory himself even struggles to explain how what I did was grooming.
How were you groomed? Because you don't need to be groomed for this to be wrong. I mean, is it really fair that you use the word grooming? And if that's true, if you feel that's true, where was this going?
See, I'm not like, I don't know.
And I should have probably realized this instantly, but when someone accuses someone else of something and they are asked how the person that they're accusing is doing anything wrong, and they answer with, I don't know, and and actually really can't explain it, then that should be a red flag already there. That should have been a red flag from the start. People were also making a lot of claims against Pyro, saying that he tried to fly out Ivory to have sex with him in the UK. And I feel like Pyro also did a pretty good job at disproving that.
Pyrocynical groomed me. The only thing I can possibly think of is inviting him and a bunch of other people to an event in the UK. And somehow this got spun as me buying him a plane ticket to fly him out to have sex with him.
Even if he lied, which can't be proven, a 20-year-old guy flying a 16-year-old boy out to fuck him in England. I don't care what the lie is. Most people find that disgusting, and that's why Pyro's losing.
Sive, PewDiePie's editor, is one of the many people I invited to this event, and he agrees the claim is just complete bullshit.
I never thought in my life I'd have to ever justify something like this, but I do remember back in 2017, Niall invited me and a bunch of other people to drink with him. And I remember telling Niall very last minute that I couldn't come, so I pretty much flaked on him. To say something sexual was going to happen in a very public event with a load of people, even people Niall didn't even know and wasn't really close with, it's just false. Seriously. There's just no question about that.
I really don't understand how you can reach the conclusion that I invited him just to have sex with him. I invited him casually. No plane ticket was purchased, no specific handmade invite was sent. It was flippant, nonchalant, and that exact same invite was copied and pasted word for word to dozens of people.
Pyro goes on in more detail to dispute almost all, if not all, the evidence and allegations made in the document, as well as the allegations made by Ivory. Whether you agree with him or believe him is completely up to you. I'm not your dad. I think everyone that is watching this video right here, my video, should go ahead and watch Pyro's video yourself so that you can form your own opinion. Please don't be a sheep and take whatever I say too seriously. Go watch the video yourself. It's only about 20 minutes and it's really easy to digest. Pyro in a nutshell ended his video by apologizing to Ivory and everyone else he sent all of the weird furry fetish, fart fetish, whatever to. So yeah, I'll just show the clip right here and then I'll end the video with my own conclusion.
You want to directly say something to Ivory and apologize to him and to anyone else that I did the furry roleplay garbage with. What seemed consensual and reciprocal may very well not have been. It's not my place to decide. It happened. It was my responsibility to verify age, and I never did, and I am sorry for that. You shouldn't have been put in that situation, and it was stupid of me to message people about this furry stuff without taking into account the influence of my platform, especially considering how sexual the tone of these messages were. It wasn't until later where I decided this was an issue and decided to stop entirely. I hope you can understand the frustration in my original post, but I shouldn't have attacked you, only apologise and defended myself. Now, really good closing note here for anyone that is still confused to any degree. If your accusation is solely Pyrocynical is a complete degenerate and should have not had these conversations with someone that he didn't realise was 15, you win. I can't dispute that. But if you've either insinuated, contributed, or directly called me a pedophile who groomed someone knowing that they were 15, that is a completely false claim. I've said my piece, I've admitted fault, and apologised to the best of my ability.
Now, as I mentioned in the beginning, I think his apology part is extremely good. I can respect the fact that he acknowledges the fact that he actually fucked up. Like, he fucked up big time. And I can respect the fact that he is personally saying sorry to Ivory. But however, I will never, ever support what he did. And even though he knows he messed up and he's apologized for it, that don't make it right. I'm sorry. It will never make it right. No matter how he twists and turns it, no matter how anyone twists and turns it, he still did sexually roleplay with a 15-year-old. And the age of consent in both Pennsylvania and the UK is 16. Now, I know I didn't show this part in the video, but Pyro did mention that it's been years since he sent furry stuff to anyone at all. Like, he claimed in his video that he's quit that and he will never be doing that again. And if that's true, then that basically confirms the fact that he wants to move on and that he wants to put this behind him and that he is truly sorry. And I hope that he is, because it is kind of messed up what he did. He should have really taken the age into consideration, and he didn't. But I can respect the fact that he's come out and apologized and responded to it formally. And yeah, that's basically it. I have nothing else to say. My name is Lanes, and I hope you had an amazing day despite this serious video. But yeah, leave a like on the video if you did agree with anything I said, or if you just ended up liking the video. My name is Lanes. Have an amazing day. Peace, peace.